術式順天青
Hello everyone, my name is Troy and welcome to Maximum Output Training. Welcome to Lower Body Hypertrophy Day. It is day number 3 of this week, and I can't even recall what week it is of this training cycle. I believe it's number 3 or 4. My brain is just all scattered all over the place, especially this last 7 or 8 days. I want to apologize that I couldn't upload video last week. There was a family emergency, and yeah, I really don't want to get into that right now, but I just couldn't be myself, or I couldn't be myself on camera, and I really didn't want to put an on face for you guys. I think that's not fair for me or for you guys, of me not being kind of true to myself. I know there is a certain extent for people on camera to kind of show their best self and kind of like hiding things behind, but I just decided to deal with the issues that came about last week in my own way, and I felt like I had to step away from the camera and from my business account on social media to kind of deal with what happened last week. So yeah, it's been a tough 7, 8 days, and I'll probably deal with that for the next little bit, but each day does get better. Yeah, so that family emergency was really tough on all of us here. So not to bring the mood down, but it's just where I'm at mentally and like business wise and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of stuff in life that just kind of just happened, and my brain is just like all over the place, and I don't think I can get back into the swing of things as easily as I thought it would be, given it has been a week. But I'll get into it. So they'll probably explain like Instagram posts and stuff for the future. And yeah, so not to bring anyone else down, but we're here for lifting, and it is a training vlog channel in a sense. So Hypertrophy Day, I'm just like, whoo. We'll get to our first movement. We're doing Hatfield squats, really enjoying these. I have now slapped on my belt just because the last couple weeks, or last week I started to throw on the belt because the weight is getting a little bit heavier, and I kind of want to like focus more on the movement and targeting my legs versus just trying to brace and breaking down at my back kind of thing. So today we are working with 235 pounds for sets of 10. Still working with sets of 10, but every single week I am jumping up 5 to 10 pounds and just still pushing it. So we are not going super balls to the wall, even though I should, but we're still getting into the back. We're still getting back into the mentality of training versus just training for the sake of training to avoid problems as well. But for now, we're doing what we can. So Hatfield squats, 235 pounds, sets of 10. 8. Okay, that felt pretty good. I will definitely be upping the weight. I'm pretty much sandbagging my hypertrophy stuff on lower body day, just because I don't want to go super balls to the wall. So it looks pretty much like an RIR 4, but we're doing what we can and just trying to get used to the movement, especially for Hatfield squats. But I'm really enjoying these. But I like the progression of slowly adding weight over time as I get used to it. I really should focus more on quality of reps and pushing more reps to really hit roughly 2 reps in the tank. But I'm enjoying the process of training again. So yeah, I got a couple more sets. And I'm not too sure what the vlog is going to look like today. It'll probably depend on how I feel. So it might be a shorter vlog today because, well, I only have the bandwidth so much these days to be on camera. So for now, you'll have to bear with me for a little bit. Let's see how I feel next week for next week's training vlog. But yeah, I got a couple more sets, and I'll catch you for the next accessory. We don't do accessories really anymore. The next exercise, I'll catch you for deadlifts. Hatfield squats done, dusted, sets of 10 at 235 pounds. Pretty easy. Reps on reserve, probably about like 4. So I think if I up the weight next week, it'll probably be like a good RIR 3, maybe 2. Maybe if I push the reps to 15, I probably could have like hit that reps in reserve of 1 or 2. But I don't really care, to be honest. I want to hit my sets of 10. It's nothing to do with fatigue. I just want to do slow progression. Who knows? Maybe I'll take 235 or 245 for sets of 12, depending on how I feel. The premise of the hypertrophy day was actually to do it by feel, but I'm starting to get back into the strength athlete mindset again of just pushing the weight. So maybe next week I'll when I hit 245 of my original goal of sets of 10, I might push it a little bit further. But it's also just to get more used to the movement of Hatfield squats and see what happens there. So because only doing 3 sets 1 time a week, so that's like 30 reps 1 time a week is not enough to train the movement. So I could do it on a second day, but my first day is more of a strength day geared towards the actual SSB movement of squatting. So yeah, there's that. So after that, we'll talk about more Hatfield stuff in the future. I'll figure it out for programming wise in terms of like hypertrophy training. Also, I'm not using any safeties, and it is a weird movement, so we'll take our time with that. Now we are moving on to 3-inch deficit conventional deadlifts, also at 235 pounds, but instead of sets of 10 like the Hatfield squats, we're going for sets of 8. Relatively keeping volume relatively low-ish. It's actually kind of high for deadlifts in my opinion, but it's just mostly to build my back and just to kind of get more hypertrophy stimulus because the range of motion is a lot bigger than from pulling off straight off the floor. So yeah, let's do this. So hopefully this carries over to my conventional deadlift and that maybe can hit 455 in the future. But once again, we're not focusing on strength. We're focusing on building muscle, and then strength will come with it as I push volume, intensity, reps, and stuff over time. So yeah, let's do it. 3-inch deficit conventional deadlifts, sets of 8 at 235 pounds. Woo! That felt pretty good. When it comes to deadlifts, I don't like to go over 8 to 10 reps just because I think it gets super fucking taxing. Because deadlifts in itself is already taxing in itself. It's more soul draining versus like a hypertrophy stimulus and stuff like that. So this is just me stroking my ego a little bit to help with my conventional deadlift, but I do it to help build my low back, and hopefully that does carry over to conventional, but it's mostly to build my low back. So I got a couple more sets and I'll see you for the last, nope, not the last. I'll probably do an extra exercise today. Once again, it's going by how I feel. Sorry if I look out of it. I'm trying my best to be present with you guys while I'm recording, but other things are on my mind at the moment. So I'll catch you for the next exercise. Deadlift's done. That was pretty easy, but super fucking tiring because it's just soul draining. I don't know. It's something about deadlifts that just takes that out of you versus like a muscular failure. It's soul failure just because it's like central nervous system taxing. But I got it done. 235 for sets of 8. Definitely upping the weight for next week. And now we on to some safety squat bar good mornings. We are doing 135 pounds for sets of 8 to 10, depending on how I feel. Really trying to emphasize low back and hamstrings as I do these, and trying to do a little bit more volume on this day versus day 1 for strength day, because that's when I kind of emphasize a little bit more stiff leg deadlifts, more on strength versus the reps. So like, as you can see, I'm kind of programming some of the exercises like accessories to get the other lifts stronger, and I need to dial that back. But in this sense, it's just trying to, in this sense, it's trying to build my hamstrings and low back. So let's get to it, see how I feel, and we'll go from there. Eight, 9. Okay, 10 reps. Felt pretty good there. It's starting to like push into the back of my head and it's getting super uncomfortable. So I'm gonna keep it at 10 and then next week push for 12 and hopefully push for 15 after that as I get used to the weight a little bit more. So yeah, I sandbag a lot on the lower body hypertrophy day. Luckily it's only my issue, not your guys' issue because you're not getting the gains. It's me not gonna get the gains. So yeah, to be honest guys, I think I reached my bandwidth today for a training vlog. So I'm gonna cut it off here because I don't think I want to push through. And it's just not fair to you guys to see me kind of dip down in energy and social battery in a sense of putting on. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut it here. Sorry guys, it's gonna be a short vlog this time around, but I'm trying my best to get back in the swing of things and try to be a little bit more positive and outgoing as I usually am and a little bit more loud. But as of right now, we are in a weird spot, gray area, dark area time in life right now. So I'll deal with it in the best way I can and kind of like meander my way through life and try to get through this as best I can. So sorry guys. So we'll call it here. Comment, rate, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you want some online coaching, there's some stuff in the description below. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at maximumoutput_training. And you can shoot me a message there. We can chat there. And I try my best to upload daily. But as of the last couple days, and me trying to figure out different ideas and content for my account going forward, I'll be uploading as best as I can 1 time a day and really try to target to a certain demographic of what I usually train. So it might change for some people, or the wording of how I put my content out will be a little bit different, but the information can span across for anyone that comes across my content. So I'll catch you guys next week for another training vlog. Not too sure what it's gonna be. It's gonna depend on how I feel and when I can kind of get the courage to be on camera once again and kind of like, is it on? Yep. Be on camera once again with a little bit more outgoing, positive nature in that sense. And yeah, so hopefully you guys have a great weekend. And the day I upload this will be Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to you all out there if you're watching this. And I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.